Welcome to Prestige Encounters, the Dungeons & Dragons campaign brought to you by Lich Souls Gaming. I am your Dungeon Master, Michael, and we have an exciting session in store for you tonight. But before we get into all that, we have a few announcements to get through. First and foremost, a lot of the music we hear tonight is brought to you by Midnight Syndicate. Midnight Syndicate is a music production group creating goth, horror, and fantasy RPG music that we're using at your table at home. For more information, go to midnightsyndicate.com or use the command !midnight in our Twitch chat for a clickable link. You can listen to the music on Spotify, watch your music videos on YouTube, and even ask your Amazon Alexa device to play Midnight Syndicate right now. We have artwork. Artwork was made by Jeremiah. Jeremiah is Slimy Rice. Slimy Rice is Ro'Zaad in this campaign. Join our Discord using !Discord or go to lichsouls.com/Discord to message him and get a commission for your art. Hooray. What else we got here? It's Pride Month. Hi everybody, what's up? It's Pride Month. Don't forget that all of the Pride merch on our Redbubble store, lichsouls.com/merch. All the proceeds, all the money, that the net profit that we make from those purchases during the month of June will be donated to the Trevor Project and help fight the oncoming onslaught of Gilead in the United States. So, you know, it's a great time. We love selling Pride merch. We love being who we are, and yeah, fighting for people's rights. What else do we got? Only Crits. You like dice? You like dice related merch? Onlycrits.com. It's the discount code lichsouls at checkout for a discount on those dice and dice related accessories. Dice of all types, gemstone dice, sharp edge resin dice. Go check it out. Great.
Edge.
Any other announcements that I'm missing?
What do you think, Quentin? Anything we're missing?
No, I think that pretty much covers it.
All right, everybody, grab your drinks, grab your snacks as we welcome you to our table and we begin tonight's session of Prestige Encounters. And here to tell us what happened last week in her very own words is none other than Emmeline. Take it away.
Report number 19. As we continue through the desert and through the city within the turtle, the conflict has reduced. We did not have to end up killing the companion Naoki, but in exchange we were sent on a quest. The quest of which yielded fascinating results. We set off through the night, and as we did, the sand tugged at our feet. Eventually, we had to rest. Our current objective, a purple worm. As I rested, a massive thud awoke me. My companions and I from the camp looked into the desert and saw massive damage. As we approached, we found only something that I can describe as a jade mask. Please refer to the sketches. One of my companions had touched the mask, and it rose. It spoke of prophecies, of which I have recorded. Please see example B. I don't quite know what it foretells. It speaks of gods falling, death leaving a sacred throne. Perhaps we could have librarians look into this. Despite this, we continued on our way. The desert was quite empty, besides an odd individual upon a lizard. This individual spoke with a certain accent, one that I wasn't familiar with. Quite fascinating. Perhaps we could look into a trading system. I know that's something Nal'thees. They asked us directions, of which we gave them, and we asked directions in return. They pointed us in the way of a purple worm nest. After departing from the lizard riding a lizard, we spent about half a day traveling. We then arrived in an area with cliff sides about 40 feet. I am ashamed to admit that I was ambushed when we entered this area. I was swallowed within one of the purple worms that we were sent to attack. However, as I was struggling within the confines of the purple worm, I felt a hard leather boot against my skull. And with it, I was out of the worm. My companion Valerie had dove into the worm to save me. I'm grateful that she did, and we managed to defeat the worm, although it did end up swallowing a number of other party members, such as Renatus. Once we defeated the purple worm, Ro'Zaad took his time with getting the necessary materials from it. And with that, my report ends. We are heading through the desert once more, and the ETA is undetermined.
And that is where we left off. The party heads back towards the city of Nal'thees, the city built upon the giant tortoise's back that roams the desert. After several hours, you see the tortoise stationary in the distance. During the remainder of the day, it is getting night out. Do you all have sources of water or other refreshment to keep yourselves satiated throughout this journey?
So, question, do you remember those potions of healing that we got that might not be potions of healing?
Mm-hmm.
Do you think that has water in it?
Well, we did fill up like water skins. I was pretty sure.
Yeah, a
Like
couple.
Valerie has water skins full with water in them. So
Okay.
so
So
far,
I will count that as yes. And I will say that you all took a short rest on your way back. So you can go ahead and mark your character sheets for a short rest. I need, and real quick, I need someone to take care of Naoki's character sheet. He is out today.
he
You do.
Canceled.
You do.
canceled.
Are there any more of those snakes?
Baby. What?
I chose not to mention that in my report, but are there any
No.
more snakes? Excellent.
Yeah.
I feel like I might get fired if I tell them that I tripped out.
There you go. Chloe, you now have control over Naoki's character sheet. So, as you're all doing that, the night falls and you're able to return back to the city of Nal'thees. You make your ways to the platform and it slowly starts to raise. What would you all like to do?
There's no like danger as we go up this time. We're just okay.
It's stationary.
Okay.
Do we want to return
I think that we should.
quickly?
We need to get Craumgacu out of there as quickly as possible. I would say. Huh? I don't think we want to wait too long.
I would agree. And then we could pick up Tally after that, and perhaps our reptilian friend will be there.
I think Talia was watching out anyways.
Mhm.
That was kind of crazy, huh? Like, we just killed a giant purple worm that ate most of us.
The reptilian mentioned worm hunters. Is this something that people do for a living?
Yeah, is it like worm hunters a profession here?
Fuck if I know.
Okay, so you're. I just assume that you know things. I'm sorry. I mean, you just seem like a very smart guy with your shit together, and I just assume you know things.
And this is your homeland.
Is it?
It's my
Is it?
place of operation. I happen to stay here sometimes.
Okay.
Maybe after we get the Obelisk situation figured out and the Prince of Deceit satisfied and all of our other situations handled, we could come worm hunters together.
I wonder what. Do
Was
like
odd
worm
as
hunters
Malekith.
like? Do worm hunters like make like armor out of the like fleshy skin of the worm? Like that sounds kind of cool, right? Like big purple, scaly, toxic armor.
I don't know, it doesn't sound like my style, but I'm sure somebody does it.
Yeah. So that's I mean, if we don't have much to say, Renatus, you're okay. You survived. You know.
Yes, it would appear so. But I'll be all right.
You seem to have lost a little bit of hair.
It's no
You
real
might
use
not
to it
appreciate
anyway.
that.
Okay.
Can I tug on the rope? Will that let us come up? Can I like wiggle it?
You're already above. You're in the town walking at the moment. I see. Like you're done with the lift. What are y'all doing?
We're just walking back to deliver the purple worm poison, I guess.
All right, so
They
that's the
did say
first
to-
thing you're doing.
I think it should be. I mean, it's pretty late, but I don't think we want to leave it just sitting on the back of Shelby, right?
I don't think we want to keep anybody waiting.
Yeah.
So you return back to the headquarters of the company, the Bright Vein company, and you're greeted at the door by Big Jim, this very
Big Jim.
large brute
Call on rely.
wearing a straw kind of bowler hat, overalls, white, like oil stained looking shirt, smoking a cigarette.
Hey, Jimmy, we're back for your dad's delivery.
All right, you can go ahead and go in.
Right. Is that stain cleaned off the wall yet?
I
That's not a
don't.
character.
Oh, I thought you were talking to him. It is not. It looks
Okay.
like if someone tried to scrub it, but blood does stain pretty severely.
Prestidigitation.
Yeah. Love what you've done with the place, Jimmy. No,
Oh, I
push the door
try.
in.
Does prestidigitation remove the blood stain, or is it
It-
just in the stone?
It does. We'll say it does.
You just need somebody with the right touch, yeah? I'm used to taking blood stains out of things.
The most useful thing.
So you walk into the company. You're guided up the stairs and down the hallway. And you open the door to find Mr. Brightvein sitting behind a desk. Sitting across from him with his back to you is Cram, who is kept for collateral. Well, I wasn't expecting y'all to return so soon. You're on ahead of schedule. That's a nice change to see in one of my employees.
So like I said, that tree hugger has use.
Indeed he does. Now, I was able to persuade that dwarven fella that Mr. Cram here was of no more use.
That
As
does
they
make
have
sense.
already accessed the pillar from what he told me. And I reckon that the money I've lost by keeping this cell to myself can just be deducted out of the pay of the job you just completed for me.
As expected.
I assume Big Jim is already taking care of the supplies.
I got the venom right here.
Well, we'll go ahead and pass it on over.
Yeah, I'd wear a glove.
Brightvein will kind of twist the ring on his finger, and a ghostly servant will appear and grab the venom and hold it behind him. I'll be in touch if any more assistance is needed.
Of course. You know where to reach me.
In fact, where y'all headed next?
It's a good question.
That's something we're trying to discover. The pillar that the dwarven person that the man that hired you to find Craumgacu for was only a secondary pillar. There's a larger mechanism somewhere in the waste, and we need to access that, but we are not certain precisely where it is.
Yeah, we're definitely not heading to Trailworm. Definitely not.
No, that would be later.
Mr. Brightbane, I have a bit of a question to ask you. Might be a little bit personal. Feel free to not answer. You know, as long as I've worked for you, I've never found out. Have you ever died before?
Many have tried.
So that's a no. Well, if it wasn't clear, these people, you know, they're trying to keep us from living, and anybody who's ever died from living further. So we only got a real short amount of time left before we can solve that. Or else everybody who's ever been touched by death in any sort of way is just going to flop over and be dead forever. So
Well, it just so happens that dwarven fella be leaving in the morning. I reckon where he's gonna go next after this.
where might that be?
Use your brain, son.
They're going to make sure that no one turns the main device off, I presume.
Could we interfere before we go?
We just need to beat him there. But we have to find out where he's going. You don't happen to, for theoretical reasons, know precisely where he is staying the night?
He rented out one of those shacks on the northern part of the city.
I see.
Allegedly. Mm-hmm. Excellent.
You don't happen to have anyone in here you don't mind if I kill, huh? Sorry. Like, somebody expendable that I could maybe... I just need it for a practical reason.
I mean, you're welcome to kill any of your friends that you like. You're all expendable to me.
That's okay. I was just wondering if you needed someone killed quickly, because Oh, no reason. Don't worry. Just offering a service.
I mean, if you are looking for a job in assassination, there is someone here in the town that'd be more than happy to pay you to take care of for me.
It might keep us longer than what's necessary.
I always got jobs whenever you're ready to take one.
And we're grateful for that, Mr. Brightfane. But I think we might have to approach this situation a little bit more old-fashioned, Val.
Oh, nothing's old-fashioned for me. Everything's new and fun. Sorry, let's get going then. You've been a very amenable employer. It has been good to work with someone of your caliber.
Y'all have a nice night and stay safe out there on the streets. I think that group of people is a little bit above your caliber.
Yes, I do suspect as well. But we will be careful. And if we get captured, we will make sure not to connect anything to you, because, of course, you weren't doing us any favors. We were just doing a job for you.
That will be all.
All right. I'll be seeing you then. Or hearing you.
He'll take out an ink pen to start writing on some parchment.
He pats Cram on the shoulder. Let's go.
Yeah.
Are you alright? Did they electrocute you?
No, he told me in many ways to kill people like you with bones and how to crush them very slowly and painfully.
Well, it depends on the kind of pressure you're putting. Specific parts of the body do break a little bit easier. You know, one of the better things, you know, removing a fingernail can be very painful if you're not looking to do permanent damage. Sorry, I'm saying too much, aren't I?
No, I almost said too much. There was once the poor guy that I got on my table.
He wasn't dead.
No, he was dead, but he was just crushed. He was parading through a cave and he slipped, and the boulder just pinned him against the side of the wall, from what I'm told. And when they retrieved the body and they brought it to me, it's just shattered rib cage.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Wow.
I was just wondering if you'd ever had somebody like end up on your table that they thought was a cadaver, and then they woke up when you like, you know.
I've heard of it, but it's never happened to me.
That's good. There are some poisons that can make it look like you're sleeping, so.
I do have a spell that I haven't used yet, and perhaps I may use in the future. Feign death, I believe.
Oh.
Don't bury me. Do not bury me.
I mean, we literally woke up on the table for you, so.
I want to get some rest, but I also want to try to find that group of adventurers. I know your boss said that they were stronger than us, Ro'Zaad, but maybe we could catch one off guard in the early morning.
I think
themselves.
my idea was maybe I should do what I'm good at and do some scouting while everybody's asleep or winding down for the night.
Can I accompany you in this endeavor?
If you're confident you can stay hidden.
I will do my best. I don't think I can be as good as you, but I certainly have my own talents.
I will stay back.
Well, I think you should get some rest. You've expended a lot of energy, and you can make sure that nobody kidnaps Craumgacu in the night.
Mm-hmm. And if it's all right, I would like to look you over. Just a bit.
Yeah, you can poke around at this new hole I found.
Mm-hmm. I hope you don't have termites. That would be awful.
I don't think so.
Okay. Well, you all head off to the inn. We had rooms booked already. We were at the inn at the start of all this when they visited, right? We were trying to take a long rest, and I will try my best not to get Ro'Zaad caught.
Good luck.
Of course.
So, I think how we're gonna do this is we're not gonna be next to each other.
No, that would be a bad idea.
But we can still communicate.
Okay, well, the first things first. Let's just duck into an alley. I need to redecorate, as it were. And is going to, when they get out of sight of anyone, shapeshift into just like a generic weathered-looking male human. And going to change the cloak is going to shift to like just a simple black fabric. Comes back up. So you know the face that I'm wearing right now.
Yeah. And
I was hoping to have someone who actually existed and might live in the area, so.
let's see. Let me roll this thingamabobber.
First, we're going to have to ask some questions to...
Oh, wonderful.
Oh, okay.
So, Ro'Zaad looks you in the eye, and you feel a presence in your mind, and you guys now have a mind link that will remain active so long as you're within a mile of each other.
Okay. So they can communicate telepathically.
Yes, telepathically, and it lasts for 8 hours because I rolled an 8.
Nice. Okay, so the first thing we need to do is identify where he's staying and then scout it out from there.
Yeah.
I had the ability to cast silence if he wouldn't detect the spell, so if you're inside, can make it so he can't hear you. But that would be a last resort. So
All right.
Let's get to that part of the city. I'm sure.
Yeah, how many taverns are there that host people?
You rented like a shack, right?
Yeah, he rented like a shack. He basically, instead of like sitting in a tavern with shared rooms, he basically rented a B&B that's on the back of a tortoise.
Can you rent a B&B on like a smaller tortoise on the back of a tortoise?
It's B&B.
I feel like that'd be pretty stupid, actually.
What? You don't want
points of psychic damage.
I didn't hear what you said, so I'm not taking any. 300? Okay. I feel like that wasn't that bad. I'm not gonna push it because you're gonna punish me. And all those gift subs too. So I guess there's recommendation from Val would be that we go to the north part of the city with the shacks and kind of figure out if anyone. I mean, he's pretty distinctive, right?
I mean, he's a dwarven paladin. He has nice armor.
Yeah. So like we can probably find somebody who remembers where the unusually adorned dwarven paladin is staying, right?
Yeah. Can I have both of you make 2 checks? One is a stealth check.
Wait.
The other is a investigation check. Since you are staying apart, I do need these to be done separately.
So 23 stealth, 15 investigation.
So 25 stealth and a 22 investigation.
Okay. So you're walking through the crowd, like despite it being nighttime, the city is still quite busy. As all the people that live here come from all aspects of life. You kind of walk apart from each other, just close enough to catch glimpses as you navigate through the crowd. You go up to drunkards on the street, people who often wouldn't remember the questions that you ask. You're able to suddenly like slide in the conversation. Oh, that there's this paladin that you're playing cards with, or he bought you a drink, or you describe the character that you're looking for. This dwarvish character, and he is distinct for the area that you're in. Burgall, Farstone, sorry. And you are told that he is in one of they call them cabins, on the north side of the city of where you are, and you're given the location as to where he is staying.
So we would, if we both found this and communicated, we would come at this cabin from different angles. So I'll come at it from from the east, if you want to come at it from the other side, just in case one of us is spotted. Basically.
Do you think the best approach might be for you to act natural, standing in front of the cabin and whatnot, talking to people, and maybe I can try to get a closer listen from an odd angle?
Yes, I would suggest if we think the door has some sort of, well, it might be noisy, I can cast silence on it, which might give you the opportunity, but I wish I had one of Emmeline's cigarettes. You don't have a cigarette, do you?
I do.
Okay. Just, there's something more natural about smoking. That's why I'm out late, right? Well, I'm just walking next to you right now, so just if you can slip it into my left hand as I walk by.
Yeah, Ro'Zaad will do a sneaky pass off with the cigarette.
Yeah.
Kind of bump into this man he doesn't know.
What the fuck's wrong with you, buddy?
Keep moving.
Ah. Bitch.
All right.
Trying to get us demonetized on TikTok.
All right. So as this happens, Ro'Zaad will kind of. I'm assuming there's more than a couple cabins in the area.
Yeah.
They'll kind of slip around the back of one that seems to be empty, and then approach the cabin that he knows the dwarf is in.
Okay. As you approach, there is one light on. It appears that he has a singular lantern that is shining on the lower floor.
All right. And Ro'Zaad is going to, not that it would necessarily help completely, but he's going to pull his scarf over his face so his identity is at least somewhat concealed.
Okay.
It might work a little bit better in this place because people probably dress closer than he does.
Yeah, and Val will stand on the opposite side, just light up a cigarette, should like have like some like, hey buddy, what you doing up at this time of night? Conversations with people walking by, like trying to draw attention without drawing attention. You know, like a guy who's had a couple drinks too many and just doesn't know how to manage the, you know, being quiet at like 2 o'clock in the morning.
Oh, I know the type.
Yeah. Hey buddy, what's up with you?
Sorry, I do not have any change.
Yeah, you sure? Your pockets look thick. But maybe that's not. Is that your coin purse in your pocket? You just happen to see me.
No, it's my wand.
Oh,
I keep
you
walking.
get a big wand.
Yeah, Ro'Zaad will stay pressed up against the side of the cabin, trying to conceal himself in the dark. And he'll get as close to the closest window where the light is.
Okay.
Yep. Try to listen in for anything.
Go ahead and make a perception check for me.
All right.
Back at the tavern,
Which is a 17.
the remainder of the party is sitting around a table having a drink. And as you're all sitting there, there is a general feeling that has been present the entire time that you were there that suddenly feels a little more cold. The fire seems to dim. The candles are on the verge of blowing out. And 3 figures walk in through the door. 2 are leading the way, that have their hoods up. But as the little bit of light that you have available to you catches their faces in the shadows, you can see this gray skin, hollow eyes, and behind them is a woman whose face is painted white with blush put on, lipstick as red as a ruby. She looks like she is made of porcelain in herself. Her hair flows freely down behind her. She's wearing these extravagant purple robes with gold thread trim. Jewelry adorns her neck. The tavern keeper asks, "Oh, hello. We do not have any rooms available. I apologize. That man over there just took the last one." One of the road figures looks over. And just for a moment, you feel the string of tension between the one in the cloak and the man who just took the last room. And the man just stands there. And a little bit of blood begins to pour out of his nose. And then his eye. And then he crumbles to the floor. It looks like you will not be needing that space anymore. Very well. It looks like we do have an opening after all. Let me go ahead and get your information. There's a moment where he twitches and you watch this as a single droplet of blood comes off. I mean, no information needed. In fact, the room's on discount. You're our 100th customer in the week. You get the room for free. Don't worry about it. I appreciate your generosity. She just flicks him a copper coin. And then she proceeds up front, and the 2 cloaked figures follow behind her, and the joy returns back to the room. The fire once again goes to its full height. The candles are no longer flickering. And slowly enough, conversation returns back to its normal state.
Did you say they went up to the room?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Now, back to Ro'Zaad. What did you get for your perception check?
17.
17. You listen in and you hear a muffled voice, as if it's talking to itself, as there are no responses. I know that we no longer needed the android to activate the lesser obelisk, but yes, I understand. I will return back to the main site at once. We cannot allow... What do you mean they're close by? I was not expecting them to send a member of the council. Very well. I will leave at first light. Yes, Father Lycos. You be safe as well. And the lantern gets blown out. 2 moments later, the shutters of the window get thrown open, just missing your head as you kind of take a step back. He sticks his head out the window. This city smells like shit. And closes the shutter again. And then silence follows.
All right. So he was talking to the father, Lyricus, that no good priest, member of some order is here apparently, but he just said he's returning to the main site. I don't know what else that implies. I don't know where.
You don't have any means to track this individual, I assume, correct?
No, not it's not really within my power.
So, what we need to do then is, I presume he would likely have a map or something like that on his personage. That would be my assumption. He may have some information in his traveling bags we might be able to take. I mean, stealing is our thing, so...
Yeah, I thought about that, but I also got to look out for that lady with the hat. She was supposed to be here with him, isn't she?
Yeah, she was said to be in the city as well, the one who teleported us, yes.
Yeah, I didn't hear her or see her.
We didn't ask about her either.
I wouldn't be surprised if she's one of those like our resident mouth breather that don't sleep very often.
You think?
I don't know. She's creepy.
Yeah, but she's got a big hat, so that makes her okay. People with big hats are usually pretty good.
Her hat's too tall.
It's
From
okay, we're gonna
behind
get...
you, Valerie, your voice. Excuse me. There are no footsteps. You turn around and you're face to face with a woman wearing a pointy hat.
Coughs smoke in her face by accident. Oh, sorry. Hey, lady. That's a big hat. It's a good hat. You want to sell that hat? You know?
Why'd you stop talking?
I do not want to sell my hat.
Are you sure? It looks... I like...
for
Sorry.
a friend. I seem to have gotten lost and turned around in the city. Have you seen a dwarvish man with armor that is polished and right? It looks very different from what you would see around here.
I think he's actually... I mean, I've been, like, wandering about this area for a little bit. I think he's actually in this cabin I'm standing right in front of. Honestly. He was some guy who was just, like, selling the city smells like shit. Which is, I mean, it smells normal to me. Sorry. It's a long night, you know? He like Dwarven man and real, like, he looks like he's worth a lot of money. He's got, like, you know, that rich guy armor. That kind of stuff.
You talk a lot.
Yeah, well, it's late.
Would... Go to make a deception roll for me, please.
Sure. 25.
25.
The half truth.
She seems to size you up for a moment. Would you like to walk me to the door?
I mean, of course. I'm not sure how to do this kind of thing, you know?
You don't often
Yeah.
walk women to their doors?
Well, I usually walk men to the doors, but I'll walk you to the door if you're polite. And you seem to be like a nice lady,
She
so...
stands up straight. Oh. And she starts to adjust her dress, her robes. It seems I was barking at the wrong tree then. I'll find the way myself. I appreciate it.
Of course, you know, he seems like he's in a bad mood, so, you know, just be mindful of that. Most people don't yell before they go to sleep, so. You sure you don't want to sell that hat? I got a friend who'd love it.
She will hand you a gold coin.
Oh.
I appreciate your help this evening, regardless, and perhaps this will help you find yourself some companionship this evening.
Oh, that's very gracious of you. I appreciate that. Sorry, it's a little bit late and you're really impressive, so I'm trying to use my big words, you know?
Good evening.
Good night, yeah.
She'll walk away.
You don't want... Okay.
Can I get a perception check, please?
Yeah, and telepathically as you're going, she's here. She's here. But yeah, perception.
And did he distract her?
4.
4. Okay, thank you.
Distracted by telepathic. Well, she's coming in. She sorry, I was doing a voice and now it's stuck in my head a little bit, and so you're hearing it telepathically. But yeah, she's coming in.
This kind of throws a wrench in my plans, but
it depends on how close they are. This could be a very good distraction.
The lantern relights.
Well, after that lantern went out, was there a lantern upstairs that turned on at any point?
No. Surprisingly.
Okay. Is there any footholds or anything like that that I could possibly use to climb up to the outside of the second
It's
floor?
not like smooth sides.
Okay.
You hear a voice from inside. I cannot wait to get out of this city. Do you look in?
Sure.
You see Nolsera standing in front of the fireplace. She begins to take off her hat, and as she does so, her skin begins to change. It goes from the pale white and starts to turn red. Her hair starts to blacken and elongate. Horns begin to grow from her eyes, and 2 leathery wings spring from her back. A long tail pointed at its tip. I almost had that poor fool out front. Would have been enough to satiate me for the evening. But I guess it'll just have to be somebody else. What would you like to do?
He's gonna duck away from the window and try to climb up to the second floor.
All right, can I get a athletics or acrobatics check? Your choice.
All right. While he's doing so, Val, Hat Lady's a demon or something red with horns and wings. I think she said something about tricking a man out front and
She tried
something.
She tried to get me inside. Satiating. Does that... Wait a second. Does Valerie know of any creatures that would draw people in and draw energy from them from personal affairs?
Make a nature check with advantage.
Yeah.
Accidentally rolled it.
Yeah, I need that advantage, so... No, it doesn't roll. 14 with advantage. Wow, that's a
thinking
great
back
check.
to your teachings, so 24 for the acrobatics, 14 for your nature check. What you're hearing is she just sounds roughly like some form of succubus.
Okay. So she's a succubus. I think she might be a succubus. Creatures that draw you in and let's say drain your life force while giving you your final pleasure.
Right.
So don't sleep with her.
Didn't plan on it.
I mean, but it'd be a good time. Sorry, I'm distracting you.
Yeah, so Ro'Zaad will attempt to climb up with the 24.
You quickly scale the walls, and you manage to find a window that is ajar on the second floor.
He's gonna peek in.
It is a hallway. There are 3 doors, 2 on the left, 1 on the right. And you hear the sound of snoring on the second door on the left.
You're muted.
Oh, yeah. Ro'Zaad will climb through, and he'll tell Val, I'm making my way in. Just keep a watch from the outside, I guess.
They both sleeping or just one?
Lady's still downstairs, from as far as I can tell.
You want me to distract her?
If you got an idea for that, sounds pretty done with you.
I have a spell for that. And as he
Preferably
moves along,
something that wouldn't wake him up.
Gonna make
Oh,
a
no,
stealth
I'm
check for me, Ro'Zaad.
and while that's happening, Valerie's going to cast Sending and send to her.
That's a 29.
29, all right. And what are you sending to her?
Hey, bitch. Just wanted to let you know we got out of the elemental plane of Earth. We're on another continent, and we're coming for you. Eventually. It's gonna take time.
So this is hate mail. just hate mail.
Just hate mail, but it's super distracting, and I love it.
So, as this is happening, Ro'Zaad, you're super stealthy. You are not making a sound to your knowledge within this house. What are you doing?
He's approaching the door and very slightly turning the knob to see if it's locked or not.
It is not locked.
All right, and he will, instead of turning the knob all the way, he's going to take a thin piece of metal from his thieves' tools, and he will wedge it into the actual door jamb to open the door without turning the knob and making the clinking noise.
Go to make an investigation check for me, please.
On the door?
Around the door, yeah.
Okay, so I have advantage. That is a 26.
So, as you begin to open the door and you're about to take a step in, notice a thin silver thread from one side of the door frame to the other on the bottom.
Okay. And he will step over it.
As you enter the room, Burgall is there laying in bed, snoring. His armor is off. His warhammer is leaning next to the bed frame as if in case he needs to wake up and reach for it.
Mm-hmm.
What would you like to do?
Where's his equipment? I'm assuming like on a side table or something.
Let's scatter about the room.
Okay. He's gonna try to search for a map.
All right, so this will be investigation check without advantage because it's not up close. And then you hear back, Valerie. I see we are not a priority to you.
Just 17.
I am glad that you made your way back. That is all.
And again. Oh, trust me, you're a priority. You would not believe the punishment we're going to give to you. I mean, what a shitty trick. I don't even know what you think you are, some brilliant adventurer, but you're just shit.
Careful now. I would think that you are flirting with me a little bit. Perhaps we should meet sooner than you think.
Sending again. I just wasted 3 third-level spells.
Man, was it worth that? It can't be that good.
Listen. You may think you're hot shit, but I bet under that pretty exterior, there's something less pleasant. And there's only one girl who's got my eye. And she has a better hat than you.
You begin to search the room and you find that there is a small what's it called, bunker chest? Like what am I thinking of? The chest?
Like one of those big chests.
He actually has a compartment in his Warhammer where he keeps all of his stuff.
That you managed to grab a map. You managed to find a map. You hear back from Valerie. Actually, let me check in on that girl real fast. I need a wisdom saving throw from Emmeline as she's going to cast Scrying on you.
You got it. You got it.
What have I done? What have I done?
Wisdom saving throw, you said?
I pushed too hard.
Oh no.
Was that a wisdom saving throw?
I believe it's wisdom. Let me double check. Normally not supposed to declare that you're getting scryed on, but I'm gonna. Yeah, wisdom saving throw, please.
Can can I use my inspiration?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna use my inspiration because we're about to go to bed. 25.
That's way better.
25.
Holy shit.
Way
Yeah.
better. It went from a 10 to a 25.
Thank goodness.
Roll a natural
oh my
20.
gosh.
You don't hear anything back from her.
Okay.
Damn.
Valerie's gonna listen for now, see if there's some movement. It's been a good diversion so far. I bought Ro'Zaad some time and almost screwed it up by pushing too hard.
I found a map. I'm looking at it now. So I'm gonna take a quick peek.
All right. So as you're looking at it, you see that there is a location marked between 3 mesas on the map.
All right. Between 3 mesas on the map, Ro'Zaad will retrieve his own map and mark the location.
Okay. I will mark it with an X on the map.
Yeah, and he will put the map back where he found it before making his exit the same way he came.
You begin to hear footsteps on the lower floor heading towards the front door.
Heading towards the front, like that, like the front door of the house. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I'm assuming the window wasn't on the front of the house.
It's on the side.
Okay, so yeah, he found it, closed the door quietly, and exit the same way he came, through the window that was ajar.
Done everything I can to distract her. If I do anything else, she's going to figure something out.
The door swings open. You hear from the door. She looks like her normal human self. Purple hair, pale skin. I don't know who that bitch thinks she is. But now I have Worked up a sudden thirst. She walks past you, just like pushes you, and you kind of go several feet and like hit a wall. Move.
Yeah, okay. Okay.
She begins to storm down the alleyway, her robes kind of flowing behind her. You guys begin to head back to the tavern?
Separately.
Yeah. See you where I see you, stranger.
Yeah, once she's out of sight, Valerie will change to a different face.
Okay.
At like now let's see. What should I be? I guess just a tiefling. In a purple cloak.
Okay.
Alright. I pissed her off, huh?
Pure so.
Don't poke the bitch. They're gonna get
at
what's
the
coming.
tavern, everybody. After that whole interaction happened, the some people carry the body out from the middle of the tavern, and everything's kind of picked up again. What would you like to do?
I would like to separate from the group a bit and approach the bartender. Good evening.
Evening.
Are you all right?
I'm fine.
It's okay. I won't judge. Was it that, you're coming? What was her problem?
I don't know. Is it bad that the last thing I talked about was my mother? I haven't talked to her in 2 years.
Yeah, I would consider yourself lucky. Could I get a glass of just maybe apple wine? I recently talked to my mother. Thank you. Awesome. Let me tell you. I won't really need to tell you much, but maybe it's better you don't talk to her.
Here's the wine.
It's nice. Thank you. On a more serious note, what was her problem? Let me come here.
Oh no,
Do you know her?
whenever people from the Singisian Empire pass through, they're never very nice.
That's what it is, Sangisian Empire.
I heard that
Listen.
she is known as the Porcelain Queen.
Is this a reptilian?
It is. He's been sitting next to you the whole time.
Oh, I didn't even notice. It is so good to see you.
I am quite stealthy when I need to be.
Wow, I'll buy you a drink if you explain how you got that bigger lizard.
Of course.
Evelyn will just spend time chatting with him and the bartender. Poor bartender.
What is everybody else doing?
Cram is just waiting at the table for anything, really.
I'm assuming Ro'Zaad and Val get there separately at their own.
Yeah, I'll
Your own
announce when
time?
you guys get there.
Okay.
So back to the conversation with Evelyn, and that is how I found the egg.
Yeah, we almost didn't make it out of that purple worm mess you pointed us to. I wanted the eggs, as I had previously described to you about the reproductive system. It was a no-go. Too dangerous.
It is wise to know that when you should fight and when you should run.
You got quite lucky, though, with your egg. Should treasure that.
She is a noble beast. We have been through many adventures together. You should come visit the desert sometime. Abaris
I would be honored.
is beautiful.
Yeah, I would be honored. I'm sure that there would be things to report on. I'm technically on the cave reports, research. But speaking of which, I mean, you know a lot. What do you know about those robed folk?
Are you referring to
Other
the
than just saying you.
Sarkeesians?
Yes. I mean, do they all act like that? Or is there anything special about her?
Well, she is one of the leaders of the Empire. One of the ministers.
Oh. God, I need to study one.
And those two
I don't know.
are her bodyguards, you can say. They are all
That makes
quite
sense.
powerful with magics.
Interesting. Are they undead?
I would
Pardon my
assume
crudeness,
so.
but-
Most nobility of Sarkeesians are greater undead.
Pardon me. If I do not return within 10 minutes, would you mind looting my table over there?
Of course.
Thank you, sir. Ellen's gonna rise from the bar and go up the stairs and kind of look. I'm assuming that the bodyguards will be on the outside of the door, but if they're not, she'll just kind of start knocking. She's gonna try and find that nobility.
There are 2 guards on the outside of the door. At this point, Valerie will arrive just as Emmeline clears the view from the top of the stairs. You don't see her go upstairs.
Yeah, Valerie, as a pulling down the hood, a gorgeous purple skinned tiefling with like 3 sets of horns on each side of her face. Hello, bitches. Sorry, is that not working for you?
Damn.
You like
Is it-
this one?
oh.
I've been shopping this one around a bit. I couldn't let Naoki be the only one with who gets a little horny.
I've not
Alright.
seen.
Come on, roll those dice.
No, I loved that. I love that too much.
That was a good one.
I'm not
I
gonna
don't
bum a
know.
shot.
Yeah.
He has already gone to bed. He's not feeling well today.
He's,
Yeah.
yeah, too drunk.
Surprised.
Where's Diablo? Yeah.
Well,
Oh,
Diablo's
Ro'Zaad.
around.
GG's.
Ro'Zaad.
Gotcha.
Ro'Zaad.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
awkward.
Oof.
Yeah, the purple cloak like glitters because in the light, it's like sequined. I love this cloak. I have to tell you, it's really nice. Where's Emmeline?
Oh, upstairs. Oh, you've right. Some people came in, and then they killed a guy. Pretty quick.
Okay.
Like, I don't know what else to say. And then Emily went upstairs.
Is the innkeeper's like crying still? I assume.
Yeah. Back to Emmeline. You see the 2 guards standing on the outside. What would you like to do?
Good evening. She'll just approach him and tip her hat.
Go away.
I will be well on my way, but I desire to speak to the madam that you're traveling with. I know you'll say no, probably, but I have urgent information for her,
These
and perhaps for you.
milky white eyes with this like kind of white rotting skin is just looking for you. Like their mouths are covered with something pulled up with hoods up.
Mhm.
She does not see anybody.
Excuse me, ma'am. Excuse me. She's just gonna kind of shout.
She's taking it literally.
I have important information. You are in danger, not by me.
She
The
doesn't
door
see anybody.
swings open, and you see this porcelain painted face. I am sorry, madam. I will take care of it. And he watches as he just starts to like bend and break without her even looking at him, and he's like, "Madam, I'm sorry. Please, you do not speak for me. What is your name?"
My name is Emma.
She leans forward right by your ear, her chin hovering above your shoulder. I can smell death on you. She leans over so her mouth is right next to your ear. You pique my interest. Come in.
Okay. Perfect.
You step in, and as you step in, your vision shimmers, and you're suddenly in the foyer of an extravagant manor. Plush rugs, a fireplace made of stone with a roaring fire, food spread out on a table with many chairs around it, undead servants walking back and forth.
Is this... What spell is it?
One that appears to be well above your capabilities for the time being, but please have a seat. Would you care for a snack?
Yes. I'd be honored.
She snaps her fingers as zombie shambles over, holding a plate with this beautiful turquoise teapot with silver filigree and these cookies that are black in color with tiny little red bits and sugar crystals on top.
Do I have to pour my own tea? Out of character?
No.
Or is the tea already poured? Okay.
It's the cup.
As
You're handed a cup. They pour the tea. It's this rich purple color. Smells floral with a little bit of spice.
As she's holding it, the liquid within is like trembling, but she's just shaking. She is definitely nervous. Your hospitality is perhaps will above me as well.
My dear, I am not a savage.
I cannot say long.
What are you doing here? What is this information you have to share with me? And who would be so brave to come up and assert themselves like that?
Well, I'm just a wizard and I'm learning, but according to my conversations down below, I learned that you are from the Sangisian Empire, and my companions and I we're traveling. It's a long story to explain, but if you want to look at my notes, she'll kind of pull out her notebook and start fumbling through these pages. And
some pages spill out on the floor.
Mm-hmm. There's a diagram of an obelisk. Basically, she'll close it. You're in trouble. Something happened, and we activated an obelisk of some kind, and it impacts everyone who has been revived or is undead, and it saps their power. Have you felt weaker? I mean, you're not weak. That's not what I'm insinuating, but have you felt anything different in the past 2 weeks?
Back to the party.
Sorry, she went upstairs?
Yeah, I presume she would go check on Naoki or something. He's not feeling very well. I don't know if...
But, okay, so somebody was murdered.
Mm-hmm.
And
but not like the traditional knife, but like by a stare.
Blood, eyes,
like
all that lovely stuff.
Oh,
yeah.
God. You know, Ed, so Valerie, still in the tiefling form, immediately goes upstairs. Because knows what Emily's up to.
Should we follow?
I think that might be a good idea.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The second most reckless person in the party. Hello there, darlings. She goes to the undead servants, presuming this is where she went, because this is the kind of shit. We just had a friend who came up here. Do you know if she managed to get in? I'd love to join her.
Emmeline, darling,
Yes,
your friends are outside. Why don't you let them in?
of course. She'll set down her teacup and the cookie, of which she has taken a bite. What does it taste like?
So the cookie tastes like rich cacao with hints of chili and then the sweetness of molasses on the end.
That's delectable. Mm. She'll kind of lick her lips as she opens the door. Hey, Val.
And Valerie is like just a tiefling, like this gorgeous, like tiefling.
She
You like
kind of
that?
knows.
Yeah. Hello. I'm sorry, I'm interrupting of something, am I?
I don't believe so.
This is a,
Come in. Is that all
Yo.
right?
isn't it a little late for tea?
It's good tea. You should try some. I never did catch your name, madam.
My name is Lady Darthbine.
Darthbine? I like that.
What was that again?
Darthbine.
Oh, cool. That is not what I was hearing, so that's why I asked. I was like,
Mm.
dark bind.
You might as well all come in, have a seat. The room expands. The wood panels on the floor seem to just like shift and replicate. More furniture shows up and with enough seats to accommodate all of you.
Oh,
We won't take up much of your time.
that's very impressive.
I know. And her face as she speaks barely moves.
Valerie takes a seat. Well, Lady Darthbine. I'm sorry if we've walked into the middle of a conversation. I presume Emmeline has been her usual forthright self.
I've done my best. It's hard to describe. And it's good you guys are here. Maybe you can help me describe.
Yeah.
I've been struggling.
Are you discussing the predicament that we and I presume the lady herself is in?
Yes, I'm trying to warn you.
Yeah. How much time is there until the deadline? Now.
It's been what, like 3 weeks in game? Or
We had
Around
2
that.
months. So we know the exact date though, right?
So
Presumably.
you spent some time in the Feywild.
Yeah.
I would say that based off the information that you've gathered, the party has about 20 days left.
So
Ugh.
in 20 days, the obelisk, which there is a primary obelisk some here on the wasteland, will drain all of the life force from anyone revived or undead into itself, destroying them. What purpose this device serves, we are not aware. We do know that the Zaraxian Empire was destroyed in the last time these were activated, as they were considered to be undead due to the nature of transferring their souls into automatons. There was a transfer of death in that. We do know also from a discussion in the area from one of your emissaries that there is a plague spreading through the undead in both Soveria, in all places in this place, in Illyria, but also that his empire is suffering. I presume you have felt the effects. So something has created these devices with the purpose of drawing life force only from those things that have died.
I see. And you have gathered so much information. You know so much.
Well, we managed to overhear a little bit here and there. We're doing our regular passing in the city of Illyria. Just coincidence as we were doing regular business. We weren't eavesdropping per se, but what was the name of the representative that they sent? Does anyone recall?
I could tell you.
Go ahead.
Angus Blackshire.
Yes, we managed to overhear Representative Angus Blackshire, who is perhaps having a little bit of a louder conversation than he intended through a closed door.
I see.
No, I didn't say. Of course,
Well, I will ask you two things. Short answers, please.
yes.
One. Why did you come tell me this?
Honestly, that's a good
well,
question for Emmeline.
I came to tell you, just my answer sounds odd, but I feel aligned with you. My practices of wizardry have to do with necromancy, and though I am not of the utmost skill, I feel you deserve to know. We may not be able to fix it in time. I'll let you ask your second question before I ask more questions, madam. But that would be my answer. I feel aligned with you, and I thought you should know.
2. What reward do you ask for
Nothing.
this information?
I do not seek a reward. Perhaps to leave with my life would be nice, but I didn't come expecting a reward. We haven't fixed the problem for you.
I mean, and it's saying we weren't necessarily the cause. This was already happening. There were a group of individuals, and she describes the adventuring party, the other adventuring party, who had been going around intentionally activating the secondary obelisks. That's presumably why your people started to feel the effects.
They've also been sabotaging us.
Yeah, there should actually be an obelisk in your empire, because there were 3. One of which, there should be one in Drailworm as well, based on what we learned. So there should be 3 altogether, with the main obelisk being in the Wastelands. So presumably they've been able to access at least one of the other obelisks first, causing the original weakness, and likely the one that was activated in error was the last of the 3.
Well, surely a party such as yourself requires some sort of payment for their good deeds.
We could use some help. I don't know if you can give a blessing or anything, but are you familiar with Contras? The demon god of the sea? Or the prince, I should say, the demon prince of the sea. And gods are saying.
And why do you ask such a question?
I ask because we are in a bit of a bind with him.
We're just doing a little bit of work with him for his help expediting our departure from a sticky situation. but it's okay. It's not a big deal, Emmeline. I think Ro'Zaad and I are actually very excited for the terms of that agreement.
Well, no, I think it's fine. I just wonder. I mean, I don't know. Maybe I don't have any ideas for a reward, madam. I just you should know.
Looks at Renatus for a moment, seeing how he's feeling. Is Renatus here with us, or did he stay out?
Nope, I stayed out. He stayed out.
Okay, good.
Got any flowers to help keep my heart running? That'd be great.
Oh, yeah, she does need specific
You have
flowers.
saved me a lot of time. So I will give you two things. Number one, there is a fantastic library just north of the Relamore River. It's not under the jurisdiction of any particular nation, but you do have to cross some mountains to get to it.
That's north, right? Out of character.
Yes, it is. It's immediately to the north of the area we're heading.
Okay.
I was planning on going there to find some information, but it seems that you have saved me quite some time. 2. I shall give you a gift made by some of the most talented enchanters within the Sankesian Empire. And she'll take a ring off her finger. It is a skull. Its mouth is open. It has a diamond embedded into it. When you wear this ring, I can tell that you can summon or raise basic dead, correct?
Yes.
This will make them more fortified. Essentially what this ring does, when you do any spell that raises a undead, so skeleton or zombie, you roll a d20 and you add that health to all of their health pool.
Sick. That's epic.
Awesome.
Thank you so much.
And the
Lady.
final gift is you may leave here without any harm being done.
That is always my favorite gift.
My last question before we depart. If we make it to that library that you spoke of, you said you're going to visit. Are there any texts that you are looking for? Anything I could extract for you?
That we could bring back to you in the Sankesian Empire, presuming you will head back there one day.
Presuming
Yes.
we live long enough.
I will give you a simple warning that to access the library, its knowledge is protected. You should be prepared before you enter into that dungeon.
It's in a dungeon? Are you telling me there's a library in a dungeon?
Well, if
That
it's
sounds-
protected knowledge, that makes sense. It's exciting.
That sounds amazing.
Maybe there's treasure. Thank you, my lady.
I must head to the south after this, and I will look for the obelisk and drillworm. The other one you can take care of.
Of course.
Sounds good.
Do be safe. Be mindful of the scary looking kind of grade skinned man in the leather armor. He's not a big fan of the undead, but it's a religious thing, you know.
Oh, cute.
Yes, he doesn't know better.
I don't think this is gonna try anything.
Yeah.
Too much pride.
But he does have the desire to live another day.
Have
So,
a very peaceful rest of your night. And Emmeline will leave.
as all of you that are in this room begin to pack up and leave, you head out into the hallway. The door closes behind you, and you're able to turn in for the rest of your evening. And that is where we're going to take our mid-session break. So, everybody, we'll be back here momentarily. If you're just now joining us,
Oh, you have missed so many hijinks. Just like people skulking about, speaking great truths, flirting with succubi. But if you want to actually like hear all that instead of hearing me like loosely describing it, you can literally catch everything that happened before this on the podcast networks, or every Monday we release the live stream on the YouTubes. Or again, if you want to catch it all live from the beginning, we do this on Twitch and the TikToks and YouTube's live at 8 p.m. Eastern time every week, every single week. If you don't see us some week, it's because there's something wrong with your internet. It's not us.
sometimes it's us.
We love you, by the way, all of you. But yeah, try to catch us live. Sometimes we're goofy. Sometimes dangerous, gloomy, dark events happen because our dungeon master can really create some horror. So we have fun with that.
It's just what I see every day in the darkest recesses of my mind. And we'll be back
Yeah.
everybody. See you real soon. Enjoy these little videos we made for you.
Yeah.
And welcome back, everyone. So, where we last left off, the party has taken a long rest.
Oh, should we hit that button? I guess we
Hit
should have
the
done that.
button.
Whoa.
We're gonna do it live on camera. Yes, take a long rest.
Long rest, take long rest.
Take a long rest. Take a long rest. Take a long rest like you mean it. Don't damage me for that.
I'm not gonna.
I saw you typing. I thought you were gonna roll the
I'm
dice.
not gonna do it.
So you wake up about 2 hours before the sun rises. And yet it is a humid day.
Ew.
What would you like to do?
Humidity.
Ugh. That was a long night, huh?
Yeah.
Do you want to sleep in a bit before we get breakfast? Or?
I can't. From what I was told, what you were saying, we should probably ask the rest of the group, but we want to try to get the jump on those folks.
No. I guess we should have updated you in the night, but I think Ro'Zaad got the information we need to find where we need to go. Also, I may have pissed one of them off, and she said she was going to check in on you. But then she looked pissed, so I think Hello? We're naked.
Whoa.
The lady would like to see you in her quarters before you leave.
Oh, okay. Of course, yes. Also, she's a succubus.
Ah.
Yeah. So don't sleep
So we
with her.
shouldn't ambush her? No worries.
Yeah, but we can still take her hat. Also, she gave me this coin.
Nah? May I see that?
Of course. It's just a gold coin.
Can I cast Identify on that?
Ritual cast?
Yeah. Are you ritual casting or
Yes.
okay?
I guess,
Valerie.
yeah, while
Valerie
Valerie gathers everyone else, I'm just gonna sit here and stare at a coin.
Valerie will dress Emmeline for her while she's doing that.
This is a gold coin. There's nothing special about it.
Nothing? It's just a coin.
Yeah.
I was worried it might have been tracking, or something like that.
That would be... I mean, I was just a random person on the street. I was actually playing a guy. It was weird. I know, I've done it before, but yeah. Do you like the horns? I like the horns.
I do.
Yeah. I just feel bad doing Diablo's horns. They were a little weird. Yeah.
Dropping Naoki's horns.
Yeah. I don't want to give him like a complex though.
Can we gather actually, I don't want to gather everyone else. I would just like to head straight over. I'm gonna go see what...
Oh no, I'll go too. I'm dressed for the day, so...
Excellent.
Yeah.
Been abandoned.
So, Valerie and Emmeline will head over.
You open the door, and there is the lady, the Porcelain Queen.
Bon matin.
Good morning.
How are you? You look
I'm just fine, thank you. However, I am here to let you know, and she reaches up to your shoulder and she pulls off a small spider and crushes it.
I see.
What? I'm missing something.
I presume that was a familiar of some type?
Indeed it was. And one of my guards has detected Miss Nulcera Puredel in the tavern main area downstairs.
Isn't that...
Yes, that's the one with the hat. So she knows we're here. Did she... Are you aware if she was able to overhear the conversation we had last night? Or did she just use it to track us?
This
I presume.
room that you're in is warded against spying. But who knows? She is quite talented, not as talented as me, though.
She is the enemy. You would do well if you were able to erase her.
Emmeline's gonna kind of brush her shoulders and kind of dust her jacket. Since she's nearby, it might be best to deal with her. Would you be interested in helping us? Would you?
I think she's much more powerful than either of us, but I think the great lady here would likely... But it would be potentially not to your benefit to challenge her, I suppose, huh?
Definitely not. You could definitely take your leave, as you planned.
I will hold her back. But I need all of you to leave this building, as it is about to become quite deadly. I have secured, as a final thank you, all of you a mount to traverse the remainder of the Badlands.
Of course. That is very gracious of you.
I've taken an interest in you. It's good to have a friend in this Angesian Empire.
I hope we see each other once again.
Of course, you've been a gracious host in your own way. Even though I know we're both visiting this tavern, but I suspect this room is more than just part of this inn, huh?
I refuse to stay in a shithole such as this tavern.
Of course. Would you recommend that we exit outside of the main door?
There's a back entrance, I believe, right?
Yeah. Or would you be able to make enough of a distraction for us to sneak past?
I will. You'll all know when to make your exalt. Gather your friends, meet me in the hall.
Of course. Valerie will immediately head out and, quietly rouse the rest of the party. Try not to make a scene.
Whenever they get to Ro'Zaad's, you just feel like, where the fuck did everybody go last night?
Did you not go up with us? We went to the ladies.
No, I got here and I was left with this big fucking room temperature dude.
You mean Renatus?
Yes.
Okay, we're trying not to make a scene. The lady is here. She managed to track us here. So we made a friend in the we'll just say we have somebody who's going to help us, and she's going to make a distraction and has left travel for us towards our destination. So
Yes. Last night, I assume around the time that you came, we were all upstairs talking. So.
Oh, okay.
I mean, we arrived around the same time. Did you not notice me go? Anyways, it's fine. Yeah.
I made sure to stagger. That was kind of the point.
Darlings, it's time to go.
Come, are you ready?
Grab your things, grab your snacks, and let's go.
Let's go. Let's do this.
So the party stands at the point of the stairwell, which it turns to reach the lower levels. We're just able to see the dining area of this bar, of this tavern. There are patrons of all sorts of backgrounds in here dining, and Nal'thera is standing in the middle of it all, looking, scanning. The room goes silent as Lady Dwarven makes her entrance. I am so sorry, everyone, but I need to borrow you for a second. She snaps her fingers and a wave of black necrotic energy shoots out around her as the epicenter of the circle. Bodies drop. She begins to wave her hands around her body and then slams one palm into the ground as this black, sickly, greenish energy shoots out and begins to connect with each of these 20, 30 bodies on the floor. And you watch as they begin to convulse and shake and take in this energy with each breath that they are newly found and rise as a new undead minions. Nal'thera makes eye contact with you, Valerie. You.
Did you get what you were looking for?
Time to go. Just as the undead begin to swarm her.
We should go.
Yeah, and they go whoop. Full on, like, run out the door past this.
I'm sprinting.
Nal'thera begins to launch out spells. You watch as she blasts one wave of undead with a cone of cold and then begins to mark off others with other sorts of spells that you recognize. Some you don't. As Lady Darthbind continues to throw off her own offensive magic. One of them gets countered, and outside you find a pack surrounding Shelby of your own schnoggles.
You've got a schnoggle party.
Yeah.
What do you call
Are they
a
different
pack of
colors?
Wait, what do you call a pack of schnoggles? I need to know.
Snuggles.
No, it's gotta have a name.
A
snort.
A snort. Yeah.
A snort of schnoggles?
I was gonna say a sniffing, but a snort is good.
A snort of schnoggles.
A snort of schnoggles.
A snort.
A snort. All right, we'll do that.
SCHNOT.
So a mage battle's going on behind y'all. What are you doing?
We're
It's
getting
keeping-
on our snort of schnoggles and getting the schneck out of schneer.
Hey, let's get the fuck out of here.
off.
Ro'Zaad will hop
And the
atop
schneck out of
Shelby
snodge.
and toward the lift down. We might need to take a couple lifts on our own.
I'm
What do they have?
guy.
Well, I think that Emmeline and I should go first, so.
Okay.
I mean, she's pissed at me. I would rather be as far away as possible. I think you're less of a target.
Ro'Zaad just being like, okay.
Looks like y'all find yourselves in trouble. Right up next to the party as you're making your way through the city of Shushoth.
Shishoth? Shishoth's on his schlizzard.
On his schnoggle,
Hello.
he is the cowboy dragonborn.
Okay.
We're actually
Ronaldo
finding our
is
way.
The lizard folk.
We're actually finding our way out of trouble. So
Yes, there's like there's like a really crazy mage battle happening at the inn we were just in. I wouldn't go in there because you might die.
They might actually need your help. Someone with
No.
your expertise. You could go in there and really wrangle them up.
There's like 30 people dead in there already.
yeah, Shashath, you go in there, you're gonna end up dead. Don't listen to them.
I don't listen to them. They're
Well-
underestimating you. I bet you could do it.
little lady, I reckon I might as well get you on out of here with you and your friends.
All right.
So he
Of course.
continues to lead you out of the city, helping you down the lifts. It takes about 3 trips with all of you. I think it's time for me to go west. I'm gonna go over to Silvira.
Hmm. Oh, yeah. Are you
Best
going to
of luck.
visit an area by any chance?
Perhaps. I'm sure I'll see y'all around.
I'm sure we will.
Yeah, just heads up, they're gonna tax the shit out of you. Safe travels.
And soon enough, you all head to the northeast as you find yourselves about a 3 days journey from your destination.
Riding our schnoggles.
And I tell you, that dumb lug was sleeping like a rock. All of his shit was just strewn about the room, I promise you. And
Why
a little.
didn't you kill him then?
Because
Listen, okay.
Bam.
He was sleeping like a rock.
Mhm.
He's also tough as a rock. I'm not trying to
Mm.
start something that I don't need to. Plus, his little hat wearing friend was downstairs. I start something I don't want to get, I don't know, can finger wag to death or whatever you eggheads do.
Mhm. Yep, finger wag. That's exactly correct.
yeah, that's what we're doing at night. We're finger wagging.
Why didn't you take any of his?
You see,
Yeah, the
when
whole
you see
prince.
Cram,
Yeah,
the
prince. Right.
when
You notice. Yeah.
when you steal from somebody who has such powerful magical capability, I pretend not to know too much about magic people like you folks, but when people remember their objects, they can look for those objects with magic. I learned that the hard way.
Not
So
if you take his focus.
his focus.
Hmm.
Okay, you see, that's one of the things I don't know. I don't know what his focus would be. He doesn't have a wand.
I mean, I'd say he's a
would
paladin,
assume
so
Armor
like. Yeah,
or
but-
his armor.
So you wanted Ro'Zaad to sneak out of his room with his magically enchanted armor that likely he can track.
Well, at least why didn't you take the map?
He doesn't.
Why
need
would
to
I take the map? I copied the map.
The idea is that we were supposed to not be noticed. When you break into a place, the thing you don't want the person to know is that you did it. So if you're able to if you're going to steal something, you would generally leave something in its place that would be able to divert the person holding onto it long enough so that you're able to get away and they can't catch you. Preferably as well, if it's something of great value, you might leave something that is a good imitation so they may take years to notice. Especially
How
if
are
you're
we
taking like
going-
a sacred relic from a temple or something, because usually they don't take those out. So you take that, you leave like a reasonable relic, and it may take them like 20 years.
How are we going to
think-
do that in Drailworm?
Well, I think in Drailworm, what we're going to steal is going to be noticed.
I
And
think
then-
I'm learning that my past life was not a thief. That I can mark off the list.
You were an ambassador, weren't you just a politician?
A diplomat.
Yeah, but I
Yeah.
could have been sneaky.
I think that counts as a thief in some way.
No, I
What do you mean?
did good. I did good for the world.
Politicians and our leaders do nothing but try to provide the best for us.
Yeah. All right.
Damn, who knew Emily was such a bootlick?
He totally is.
Hell's the leather case.
You know, the one thing I like about
me.
politicians is when you walk around with their face, people don't know them enough to realize that you're impersonating them.
How often have you done that?
Yeah, how often?
Well, I did rob somebody once with the face of a politician in an area.
Right.
What's that, though?
Yeah. Huh? Well, if the job was to actually get for me to be seen doing it so that he would get in trouble. So it worked out pretty well.
Good. I guess.
But he, of course, knows someone was impersonating him, so he's a little pissed off about it, but he never figured out it was me.
As we're walking and traveling and like riding struggles and do whatever we do, I mean, are there any signs of purple worms, any kind of enemies, and sand insects of any kind
Make a
Snakes.
perception check.
on it? Perception. 16.
16. So as you are looking over the area, there doesn't appear to be anything currently that is of danger. You don't sense any like vibrations in the ground. You are above and a little bit away from the nesting grounds of the purple worms. However, the sun is rising quite high in the sky at this point, and it is getting very warm.
Did everyone remember to refill their water flasks?
I don't drink water. So no, I forgot.
Lovely.
Thank
Your oil flask.
your sap flask. You like? Do you just like drink maple syrup potentially?
I mean, I've never had to do anything with
What are
any
you, Canadian?
liquids.
I mean, you've never done anything with any liquids? That's a
Have
very
you tried
interesting.
to consume? Crumb.
Pardon?
Have you tried to consume before?
I mean, I can just eat food and act like a human. It doesn't sustain or do anything for me. I don't.
Okay, so to just
gain
come out the,
benefits from it.
it just like passes slowly through your body and comes out as slightly rotten food.
I'm not sure where it goes.
You should have asked for taste buds.
Have you like weighed yourself since every time you eat to see if potentially it just like stays in there forever and
It's
you just
all
slowly
in
becoming
him.
heavier? Yeah.
Daka asked to do that one. Daka, no, he didn't, because I don't know who that is. Ignore that.
Oh my lord.
Ignore that. My fault.
You forgot. So do we have a plan? Because we expect that they're going to be here. Correct? Ro'Zaad?
Yeah, probably.
So we potentially want to sneak past them, I would assume.
Maybe if we could somehow keep them from getting in before we do. Who knows? Maybe if there's a big door, we close the big door in front of them. I don't know. I feel like a lot of this stuff with you guys is thinking once we actually get there.
Yeah, but like having like the framework of a plan in place so you can potentially throw it out the window is a little bit part of the fun of adventuring, right? Did you not read books when you were a child?
I worked a lot. I didn't really read much.
So you've just always worked?
Yeah. Not always doing this, but
I mean,
I worked.
like the beginning of my childhood is actually being like a little girl. And then like after that it was music lessons, thievery lessons, fighting lessons, poisoning people, stabbing people.
Art class.
Those are, yeah, art class was good. Yeah, I was a big fan of art class. Seduction lessons was a very weird one. I didn't really care for that one, but it was more like
What
that
the
was more
hell?
like theoretical. They just had me like read smut books. It was weird.
Could
But I
I
was like,
have every party member except for Emmeline make a Constitution saving throw, please?
Uh-oh.
it's a happening. It's a real.
No, please,
Oh,
not
I
my
picked the wrong
friends.
one.
Please.
I'm gonna use fortune from many on that, not a +3.
Hey, do you think 8's high enough?
No.
What is that?
Talia, are you undead?
We're all undead.
No,
We're all-
nobody but
Yeah, we're all
Renatus is
undead.
undead.
Well, that's revived.
We're D-dead.
Yeah, Talia's been revived. She got killed by the
Yeah.
the
You
You
bear.
revived me, bro.
Yeah,
Okay.
it was.
Okay.
Yeah.
Does
So
that
Just
make
making
it
sure.
double secret undead?
Anybody who rolled a 19 or less fails.
Oof.
Yikes.
Ro'Zaad, Valerie.
Each of you
Talia.
need to roll a d6. As you lose some of your vitality, you watch as your skin begins to wrinkle and age slightly.
Yeah.
You feel the breath being taken out of
You all look
your
like me now.
chest. Just slightly. Roll a d6 and take that permanently away from your HP until this quest has concluded.
Stop.
Of course I get the fucking forward on.
I can't keep doing this, man.
Somehow my skin starts looking more rosy.
So once again, Valerie, because this is not the first time we've like looked a little older, Valerie will shapeshift to look younger again.
Man, I feel like I was talking about the past making me feel older as we speak. Shit.
The obelisk is. I wonder
Sorry
if
for that
it's
mission.
he's
You all are
getting.
starting to not look so well.
That's okay. I look great. I suppose I shouldn't have the shiny purple cloak anymore.
It's making you
That's the
stick
one.
out like a sore thumb.
Yeah,
Oh.
it's not like
That way.
it's like a nice like earthy brown
Hmm.
instead. It changes into the base Valerie form again. Okay. So I'm assuming it's getting stronger as we get closer.
Probably, yeah.
Can I get an Arcana check from Emmeline, please?
Always. Always. $12.
You can guess that this is an effect that has been weighing on your party for a decent amount of time, but they are starting to near the end of their life cycle, and every day that this obelisk is active from this point on, they will continue to lose their vitality with each day. Eventually, it will permanently end them.
Wow, if only I
Lovely.
had not reduced my total hit points by 18.
Damn.
So just to clarify, we are on the way to go disable that, right?
Yeah.
Guys. Okay. Renatus, have you given more thought to my longboard suggestion?
No.
Why not?
Because by the end of this, I may not even be around anymore. So what is the point?
All the more reason to find things you enjoy outside of your lovely goddesses. Maybe longboard isn't for you. Maybe we could do help me out here, Valerie. Maybe kick pail. You just take a pail or a bucket and you just kick it in a direction.
I think you just learn an instrument, honestly.
Talia, can I get a survival check, please?
Okie dokie.
As this is happening, Renatus, you feel woozy for just a moment, as if this vitality drain hit you a little bit more than others. And as you're kind of like swaying a bit, you feel like you see a form out in the desert. Renatus. And as Emmeline says your name once more, you look back and the form is gone.
What was that?
What are you talking about? Are you alright?
I think the desert is starting to get to me. We should keep moving.
Yeah.
Wait, does anything get to you, Renatus? Like, what the...
Something?
Like, are you serious? The last time you saw somebody, it was important. The last time you saw something, it was important. I know she doesn't know if you saw anything. Get it together.
My apologies.
Talia,
Don't
you
apologize.
guess that as long as your party travels into the height of the day, this sun will start weighing down on the party.
Is there any kind of outcropping within the desert area? Any kind of cave formation?
There
or...
are mesas in the distance that you can probably camp in the shade of.
But not good.
Huh?
Sun is not good for us.
Would we like to maybe take a break at the shade?
Definitely a good idea.
Yes. We should have probably gotten umbrellas installed on these schnoggles.
Yeah, I didn't think about that, but we were in a bit of a rush though, so.
Yeah, well, we were trying not to die. Oh, I feel terrible. So, we head towards one of those mesas with cover.
Yes.
How long of a journey do we think this is going to be to the to our destination?
You were told roughly a 2-day journey from the mark on the map. So you begin to set up against this outcropping. There's just shade beginning to form as the sun is passing the point of noon, allowing shade to once again form on the other side. And as you sit down, you take this rest for a moment. Renatus.
Don't know what direction he came from.
You look around and you don't see this. However, beginning to circle above are 2 vultures.
Are there any creatures nearby, like a vole or
Mole?
a rabbit?
Make a perception check.
On it. An 8. Okay, brother.
Looking around, you see some cacti, some dry grass.
Or the
Hell yeah.
cacti at the vulture. Yes.
Can you see any animals? Small animals?
I will take a look around. and have a look?
Something that like
Would you like-
crunches when you chew it.
Tasty. Would you like me to roll anything to look around, Michael?
Perception check, please.
Be careful with the snakes.
Don't let me go anywhere near a snake, thank you very much.
Renatus, return to the earth.
I got a 20, dog.
Nice.
You're looking around the area and you see a small burrow located just under the leafage of a plant near the cacti.
Okay, guys, there's a small little burrow over here under this greenery. I think we should look at that if that's what you're looking for, Emmeline.
Yes, I totally missed that on my look around. I'm just
that,
gonna look in there.
No,
Like,
let Talia do this. Let her do the ranger thing. I want to see this.
Yeah, pull it out. I'll take care of it.
Okay. Why is everyone making a tea?
Are you going to reach into the burrow?
Yes, I will reach into the burrow.
You reach into the burrow and you immediately, like not immediately, but as you get about shoulder deep into the burrow, there is fur.
I will try my best to grab this furry thing.
It's a hairy snake.
You hear a yelp as you pull out a pup. Similar to that of a dog.
no!
It's opening up its mouth to show its teeth to you. It's kind of yelping as you pull out a baby coyote.
Oh.
Find something to eat.
He's my pet now.
It looks pretty tasty.
We're having soft tacos later.
What, you're gonna
We-
feed him to Kevin?
No.
Evelyn is
That's
just
We
right.
gonna
ain't eating
cover.
this thing.
It
She's
starts
just
to
gonna
like
cover her mouth.
try to bite at your wrist. Because like
Hey.
on the scruff of your,
Nuh-uh.
like, you're holding by the scruff, so it's like
Mind
reaching, but
sliver.
can't quite.
Mind sliver. Mind sliver.
You killing this dog?
Whoa. Can I pet it? See if I can calm it
Make an
down.
animal handling check.
As Evelyn kills it.
Are you actually killing it, Emmeline?
21.
If it's attacking, what? Like,
Well,
It's popping. It doesn't know any better.
She rolled a 21 animal handling. I mean, you can
21.
trust the
So as you kind of pet it, it just
I
like
want to pet
freezes.
Vulture.
Huh? I'm
It just-
sorry, I
the
heard I
coyote-
want to
the
pet
baby
Vulture, that's it.
coyote just like freezes and just like doesn't do anything. It just chills.
Oh. Yeah, chill out.
Okay.
Chill
So
out,
now-
dog.
So now you snap its neck.
Okay.
Whoa.
Let me get one. Emily's just gonna shove her hand into the burrow.
Get bit by a snake.
God damn it.
Furry snake.
It doesn't appear to be
It's
any
furry.
burrow close by, like anything else in the burrow.
Is the burrow like small enough that it just like dug its way into it?
No.
I'm assuming it's got.
Go ahead.
As like a professional lady of the wilds, would a puppy have parents nearby? And how would they taste?
Right. You better not be trying to eat this puppy dog.
Are you
So-
attached to that dog now, Talia? Would you be sad?
Maybe.
This
something
thing
happens-
is scraggly. It's dirty. It appears to have some fleas. It
Don't
has,
judge
like,
a
a
book by
wild
its
look in
cover.
eyes.
Talia, you already
I
have
can
a
get rid of the
pet.
fleas.
Yeah.
Emmeline, you can eat the fleas off it. There you go.
Have you ever tried to eat a
Oh.
flea before? They flee
Mm.
before
I'll
you
fight you.
catch them.
I'll fight you for the dog.
Are you actually going to eat the dog?
No, I was just gonna feed it to the vultures. I wanted a vulture. Like my mother.
Renatus, return to Earth.
Here, we could wrestle. Do you want to wrestle it out? Come on. Emily's gonna kind of like throw her book to the side. She'll place her book down very carefully and kind of prepare herself. She does not really know how to wrestle, but she's preparing herself.
I just want
Come on,
to
Talia.
remind you both that this is actually being recorded, and I'm personally horrified. Just putting this on record out of character.
So, a little question for Quentin here.
What's up?
Is Renatus remaining stoic during this, or is he showing some expression on his face and reaction?
He's starting to get a little more uneasy, and like after that one, he's gonna be like, no, I can't yet. We're not yet finished, and he's gonna like get up and like start like not quite wandering around, but like kind of looking around the area.
You need a sneeze or something? What's going on?
Please.
Do we roll? Are you gonna wrestle?
Yeah, why not? Fuck it.
Are we gonna roll strength? What do we roll for this? For
Go
melee?
ahead,
Melee?
and both
Do we
of you roll
melee
an,
damage?
an athletics check.
Period.
Athletics. Okay.
So dumb.
Oh.
Oh my god.
That's the first check.
So,
My
so
dog.
Talia tries to go for Emmeline. Emmeline quickly goes low and pins Talia to the ground. Go ahead and make another athletics check, not acrobatic, sorry.
Oh my god.
Oh.
However,
yeah.
an amazing feat. Talia does a reversal on Emmeline, quickly flips her over, grabs her from up under the arms and onto the back, and pinning her arms back as Emmeline is trying to. I need a Constitution saving throw from Valerie, please. I need one more athletics check.
30-20.
Fuck.
Let's go! That dog is
However,
mine!
Emmeline manages to flip forward. Talia goes out and her back slams into the ground. Breath leaves your chest as you're starting to gasp for air. Valerie, this is kind of hot.
Yeah, this is say like. Valerie's just kind of like.
And Emmeline manages to stand up as Talia loses the wrestle.
Punch you.
See, I told you that practice would be useful, Emmeline.
Hey, big man, what's going on?
Whew. She's like fanning herself. Whew.
Emmeline will just kind of give Valerie like a kiss on the cheek, and then she'll go up to the dog and grab it by the neck and just mind sliver it to death.
Can I shoot the vultures out the sky?
No! No!
You both do that.
Ah!
I mean, can she hit a vulture that
But we're gonna go back to Ro'Zaad and Renatus.
Yeah, as we're being the comic relief, and there's a serious thing happening.
Renatus isn't like really hearing anything that's going on. He's just still looking around, trying to figure out where the voice is coming from.
Hey, Renatus, we can't have you wandering off right now. Come on, man. What's gotten into you?
You just keep hearing him like kind of mumbling to himself. It's not my time yet. It's not my time yet.
It's not your time for what?
What?
Hey, what the fuck is going on with you, man?
I'm not sure. Something about this desert is playing tricks with me.
What tricks is it playing? You seen a mirage or something? What's happening?
It has to be. I keep hearing a voice calling to me
What's it saying?
that I need to return to the earth.
It's pretty It's pretty dark, I guess.
But I can't yet. The mission isn't done yet. I haven't served my purpose yet.
Then we keep going once it's safe for us to keep moving. I don't know what it is, but the sun's making me nauseous when I sit too long.
Right. I'll try to ignore it.
Hey, I know you got the whole strong, silent, stoic type thing going on, but something else happens like this. Speak up.
All right.
Perform the ritual, Renatus. Return to Earth. Bury yourself below the soil.
What ritual? What soil? I heard it again.
Telling you what? A ritual?
Saying to complete the ritual and bury myself beneath the soil.
You know what ritual they're talking about?
I have no idea. Wait, does he know the ritual? No? Well,
Do you know the ritual?
I don't know any ritual. You guys know any ritual?
You know the Muffin Man.
The Muffin Man?
The Muffin Man!
You know, I'm not always one to pay attention to your business, but you mentioned you were following the goddess of burials and all that.
Yes.
Think maybe it has something to do with that?
Perhaps. To be
It's telling you to bury yourself under the dirt.
But after the ritual is completed. To be quite honest, now that I think about it, my goddesses weren't very specific exactly as to what it is I'm supposed to do. They just said that they brought me back to be their champion and to help purge this world of the undead and to serve their purpose.
I know this might sound stupid, but what will it hurt if you cover yourself in dirt for a few minutes now? What, you get dirty? I don't think you'd mind that very much. No offense.
I don't think it would do anything considering the order of which they said I had to do things. And they specifically mentioned soil, not sand.
Oh, this is soil.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
I just assumed Badlands, desert. Nah, close enough.
I listen, I get that you have a whole like preconceived like order of what you're supposed to do, but we've got time to kill before the sun goes down, and maybe burying yourself in a little bit of dirt wouldn't hurt. Maybe if it gets the voices to stop. I don't know what's going on with you.
Guess it's worth a try.
I'll watch here in case anything funny happens. I mean, you're fucking covering yourself in dirt.
You guys are literally doing that thing everyone does on the beach.
Yeah, he'll kneel down and like start digging with his hands, like trying to just make just deep enough that he can fit himself in.
Ro'Zaad will help. A little bit unnerved that the dude that never says anything is starting to freak out randomly.
Also, the most he said in like.
Sorry.
So, you begin to dig a grave,
Mm-hmm.
and you lay down in it. Do you help cover him, Ro'Zaad? Okay.
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah, like I'll do the legs so that way you're not having to do the whole thing. And I guess
6 feet under.
I wouldn't say
Shallow grave.
that would take way too long. Like,
Is
despite
it-
what you may think, digging 6 feet underground, big enough for a person, actually takes a long fucking time.
Go ahead and explain how you know that.
It's just physics.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It's
Also, I
it's,
forget-
it's part of basic training.
Yeah, we have to dig our
Yeah.
own graves.
Yeah.
You know,
It's-
Ro'Zaad, while this is all happening, he's helping dig a grave, and then if he catches any like glimpses from Cram or something, who I feel like would be confused, he's just gonna be like, I don't fucking know, man.
Christ, just
I mean-
watch.
Do you want to know?
Oh my god.
DM.
Let's wait.
Do I rise back up in an all black outfit with my eyes rolled back?
Can I have everybody deafen except for Quinn, please?
Oh
Okay.
no.
Before I deafen, we're about to see drag queen Renatus. That's all.
You do not rise from
It's not-
the grave. Instead, you find yourself in a void. Mist shrouds the lower area of the ground. A light, turquoise in color in the distance, swaying slightly back and forth, begins to approach. As your vision becomes clear, that of a pale gray face, 2 eyes lit with the flame of the same torch that she carries. Long white hair flows down her shoulders. The torch she raises, illuminating your face and hers. Here you recognize Lady Grevtrea.
My lady. And he'll drop to a knee, bowing.
I apologize for the time it has taken for us to speak to you, Renatus. The gods cannot speak to their followers like we once did many decades ago. Take a look. The flow of souls to our realm have stopped.
I must be honest with you, my lady. I have not been the most loyal of servants to you. In this time that I've been in here.
This is something beyond your power alone, warrior. The souls of those lost are being stopped on their path to the gate, absorbed by this obelisk that you are alone seeking with your party. The disciples of Mordecai plan on using the souls that belong here to tear apart the edicts written by Casimir those 6 decades ago. The gods are not what history remembers them to be. All of them selfish, looking for their own goals to be attained. The edicts protect more Renatus than just from the gods interfering with the life of mortals. However, the Obelisk must be stopped either way. If you or any of your companions shall fall until its power is altered, you will not be able to revive again, for your souls shall be locked into the obelisk itself. Do you understand the task before you?
Yes, my lady.
In 2 days' time, a full moon will rise. An altar, lost to history, is just east of where you are now. Go to it. Someone awaits for you and your friends. The vision starts to become blurry. You start to feel lightheaded as you feel as if you're going to pass out. It appears that my time here is ending. We won't be able to speak to you for some time. My wife already expended what time she had during your last encounter, and this appears to be mine. Stop the obelisk from absorbing more souls.
It will do you proud, my lady. It will do you both proud.
Goodbye, Renatus. Your vision dims as you begin to gasp as if you're choking, and you begin to claw your way out from your newly dug grave. The rest of you witness as Renatus comes up coughing and choking up dirt.
Though I do not need to breathe, it is still quite unpleasant.
Sorry.
So, did you just decide it was time to come back up? What happened?
Sorry. What the hell are you? Why were you in the ground? Like, we were busy dealing with other things, but
He was taking a dirt nap.
Dirt nap.
sorry.
Okay.
What?
I spoke to her,
Which one? What? Who?
Huh?
Lady Grevtrea.
Yeah. Because obviously that's what happens.
She was the one who was calling to me.
Oh.
What'd she say?
That the power that this obelisk holds, it's much worse than we could have imagined.
How?
The river of souls has stopped flowing.
What does that mean?
Yeah, sorry. Do we know what that means? I mean, I'm assuming there's the concept of the river of souls in the afterlife? Or is this something we'd have to have explained to us? That was a question for you, DM. Like, do I have to roll for something here? Or is this
Make a
just
religion
like
check.
religion? I would love to do a religion check. It's an 18.
In the realm of the underworld, the realm of which all souls travel prior to reaching their final destination through the gates, there is a flow of souls that are said to follow the light of Grevtrea. These kind of cast an aurora borealis. In fact, when you see the aurora borealis in the material plane, it's said to be souls traveling to the realm beyond, through the light of Grevtrea. That flow, the river of spirits, river of souls, has stopped.
Wait. So, sorry, because I'm aware we live in a place where gods are real. Are you saying that everyone who dies, their soul is not passing on to the afterlife, to the realm of the dead?
Unfortunately, yes.
So this is worse than just the undead dying. This thing is claiming everyone who dies?
Yes, and unfortunately there is more.
There's more. There's more than the souls of every single person who's died in this plane of existence, not passing on to their potential afterlife, rebirth, whatever happens when you die. There's more? I'm sorry. Like, the stakes can get higher?
Because the river has stopped flowing. And no one can pass on to the afterlife. With the obelisk still at power, if you die, you cannot come back. Ever.
I so want to say that line, but I'm not going to say it out of character.
No, say it. Say it.
No, because I'm going to get hurt if I do.
You know what, DM? I'll take the damage if he does it.
No,
Nope.
It's not how it works. You can say it. You know what I want to say.
Do I?
It's so you mean there's no more second chances? This is it. If we die, that's it. There's no coming back. There's no predestination leading us to our great destiny that's going to allow us to keep coming back. Everyone is fucked.
It would appear so.
And there's like no hope because this thing is sending those souls somewhere or consuming them.
Consuming them.
We'll just deactivate it and we won't die in the process. Easy.
And hopefully, because like, I mean, outside of like, you know, when like you have an ability that might consume somebody's soul when you kill them, for the most part, people have like a chance of, you know, moving on when they die. So all those 30 people who just died in the tavern to save our lives, they're just gone.
Yeah.
Those
If we do not stop the obelisk, then yes,
okay.
it will be trapped forever.
And the gods can't help us because some dumbass new gods decided to seal their power away from the world.
DM, for clarification, you said the obelisk is being controlled by
The disciples of Mordecai.
the disciples of Mordecai, and the disciples of Casimir trying to do what again?
There's no disciples of Casimir. I might have said Casimir, I meant Mordecai.
Okay.
Yeah. The disciples of Casimir are actually a big fan of the undead. They actually make jokes about it a little bit sometimes. Like, you know, I'm maybe a little bit undead. It's okay. It's fine. I just live forever. You know, just taking some famous quotes of their god because he just said stupid things sometimes when he was immortal, but they assume that's like great wisdom because that's what believers of gods do. Yeah, he's like he's the L. Ron Hubbard of gods. Oh, controversial.
It is. Wait, was Mordecai one of the ones that became a god?
Yes, he was.
Yep.
He's-
Okay.
Yeah, he was the overly pious kind of dickhead one. Sorry, Casimir didn't like Mordecai. Remember all the fights they had?
Yeah. Don't I
Yeah.
remember? But it is actually the disciples of one of these new gods that are using these obelisks to harvest these souls.
But why? Why would they be harvesting the souls? I mean, it's one thing to say that life is sacred and when you die you should stay dead. I mean, that's what Diablo believed, the undead are unnatural, but to claim the life force of every mortal who dies in this world for your own purpose, that's downright, that's evil. That's sinister. That's disgusting.
Your vessel should stay dead, yes, but the soul lives on.
Yeah, you're supposed to go wherever souls go. I mean, I'm sure there's philosophers who can figure this out. Anyways, continue.
She did tell me that in 2 days' time there will be a full moon. And to the east, a temple will arise, and there's someone there waiting for us.
Okay, so instead of traveling to the obelisk, we travel east?
It would appear so. Unfortunately, she wasn't able to tell me much more than that, as it was our last time speaking.
Okay.
And Lady Ilna was already claimed as well.
Really?
Sorry? One of the gods was claimed? Did I hear that correctly?
Well, claim wouldn't be the right word, right? They're just slowly losing their powers, right?
The gods are losing their powers?
It makes sense if they are associated with souls and the undead and deaths and burials.
I'm not sure of the other ones, but I know at least my goddesses are no longer able to communicate with me.
Oh.
It's a temporary
hearing-
setback.
What?
Yeah, what I'm hearing here, Renatus, is that you're going to have to be doing a lot more thinking on the fly.
Try my best.
Renatus, I have to tell you, I'm so proud of you. This is literally the most you've ever said in all of the time that I know you. And I know it's dire, but I like this side of you. It's nice to see what's going on inside that head. You have things to contribute that are of value, and I need you to remember that, yeah?
Well, as I always say, I only speak when I need to. Now seems like a pretty good time.
Yeah. So hopefully we don't die before we get to our destination.
We won't.
Well, some of you might not.
We won't either.
We just got to hustle once the sun goes down.
Okay, so we're going to need to plan to rest during the peak of the sun and travel during the night and presumably during the evening and early morning before the sun rises?
Yeah.
Okay.
You begin to
Well-
hear a sound of whimpering.
Is it the coyote's mom?
You turn around for this conversation with Renatus to see a larger coyote nuzzling the lifeless body of the pup.
Oh.
Evelyn, bring it back.
Mine sliver. Mine sliver.
Oh.
Mine sliver. Mine sliver. Mother too. Get them both.
Go ahead and roll for damage.
On it.
Can I stop her?
Aw.
No.
Wrestle time.
Can
3
I-
damage.
There's a slight yelp and jolt of pain as the mother coyote takes the mind sliver damage. But then her eyes begin to glow gold. See, she begins
I
to
might have messed up.
enlarge in size.
Guys?
As
Evelyn?
this humanoid coyote now faces all of you,
Oh.
lanky in its form.
We killed an actual sentient puppy?
Hey,
Yeah, we're
so
about to kill it.
just,
We're
just
about to kill its mother.
Just before anything. Whoa.
Evelyn, bring it back, bring it back.
And what happens
Whoa.
next is a story for
I
another
didn't do
time.
shit. I pet that dog.
You were petting somebody's child.
dog.
Can I pet
Yeah.
that dog?
So everybody, that's where we're going to end the stream for the night. We will see you here next week at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time here on twitch.tv/LichSouls. Don't forget, everybody, that this is the last stream of the week, as I will be very busy working this Pride weekend. And we'll see y'all next week for our continued streams for other things as well. We have a Minecraft server. Don't forget, we have a Minecraft server, Java Minecraft, the most recent version. mc.lichsouls.com is the server address. You can find more information on our Discord. Great time. First dungeon, first boss should be coming out real soon. It's gonna be a great time. I'm gonna hand pass it on over to Jeremiah, who plays Ro'Zaad.
You know, tonight was a great way to show that rogues be roguing. And
and
as
roguelike
the wise man once said, real G's move in silence like lasagna.
Yeah.
Praise be.
So yeah, great session. A lot of cool plot, a lot of fun role play, and killing a puppy. I guess that's always a fun addition to a campaign.
Old people,
yeah.
children, favorite NPCs, and puppies.
Yeah, we gotta fight whatever the fuck this thing is. So we'll see what happens next week. And with that, I'll pass it over to Quentin, aka Renatus, the man of the hour, actually.
Thank you. Yeah, that was a great session. My voice actually, my throat actually hurts a little bit from talking so much this episode.
You're so unaccustomed to it.
I know, it's weird. It's just like my voice goes into like shutdown mode now on Wednesdays because it's just like, I can take a breather. But yeah, great session. Great moment for Renatus there. Let's see if we can get this done. Yeah, as always, thank you to everyone who was chatting up in chat tonight. Thank you to all of our wonderful role players for bringing this story together. And speaking of amazing stories, thank you to our wonderful DM Michael for putting it together for us and bringing us together each and every week that we can. Yeah. So hey Guy, you had some moments too, didn't you?
So there was some like interesting. I really loved. I like having Ro'Zaad in the party because like Ro'Zaad is like slightly better at the stuff that Valerie's kind of good at, but it was neat having that like 2-person like infiltration dynamic. It's like good synchronicity. You know, got to send some hate mail to a succubus. Found out some really shocking things about the world, and then realized that not only did Emlyn kill a puppy, she also killed a puppy that is potentially a actual person. So, that's like a 2-for-1 deal. But yeah, and it's saying also really nice to see this big reveal about this thing that's been building up and how dramatic this is coming. Anyways, I'm gonna keep it at that. I'm gonna pass it on to the man of metal and wood, Craumgacu.
Yep, that's me. I don't have much else to add. Really good fun session. Good RP moments. Spooky lady from the Sanguisian Empire. She was cool, and like her bodyguards are like just death ray people. Definitely glad we're on her side and not against her, actually. But other than that, good fun session, and I'll pass it over to Chloe, who plays Eveline.
You know, a lot of it's already been covered. I will go ahead and advocate for myself and say that that puppy moment was to obtain a pet of my own. All right, you got to trade one thing for another. Alchemy, basic science, 1+1. Outside of that, super excited to see how we approach this in the future. We're gonna totally decimate this mother, and then we'll use that body to get both of the vultures, and it'll be super sick. So,
Girl, the
thank
vultures
you
are
very
dead.
much.
I
Wait,
killed
what?
her.
Yeah,
No,
You
yeah.
shot both of them?
Yeah.
she's a crack shot.
She's a ranger, so you definitely do that.
So I'm gonna do some planning, and when we come back next session, I'll let y'all know what I came up with. Outside of
I'll be
that,
dead.
outside of that,
Dead.
to all of the viewers, to all the watchers and the chatters, don't forget that all of our merch, all of our proceeds are going to be going to the Trevor Project. Go ahead and get some of that cool, crazy stuff. And that's it. That'll be going June and July. Go ahead and take it over to Alia.
I've got one sentence and one sentence only. You should have let me keep that fucking dog.
You already got a pet. You already have a pet that can respawn. If that one's
That's all I
died,
gotta say.
all right,
That's all
Betty,
I
we'll talk
wanna
about
say.
this.
Thank you so much, everybody,
go ahead.
and thank
Bye.
you to the players for being in tonight's session. Great time. Sorry, Isaac, that you couldn't be in tonight's session. We miss you, and you know, we'll see everybody here next week at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time here at twitch.tv/LitSouls. Until then, happy Pride, everybody, and stay safe out there. Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Can I pet that dog?